Your
Can you
name?
hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, Jackson Farrell.
All right. So they're going to dismiss after I take a plea on these on the one. They're going to dismiss 11B 65206 23B 814 381, and they're also going to dismiss 11B 65205. And then he's going to plead on 24B 82280, and he's going to have to pay the show cause amounts on the 2 civil infractions. He's going to be able to pay that today, right?
I don't know if he'll be able to pay that today, Your Honor, just due to his financial situation and his disability, Your Honor.
Mr. Farrell,
Yes.
what do you think a judge would think about somebody who hasn't taken care of a 2011 case?
Sir, I was not notified. I moved out 2015 and there was no notifications. I had the same problem when Paul Mendel was the agent for the township too.
All right, so he's going to plead guilty with the plea to be under 77 and 1.1 for 3 months, right?
That is correct, Your Honor, with the conditions for him to finish cleaning.
Comply with all township ordinances and permit township officials entry for compliance inspection, right?
Correct, Your Honor.
All right, sir, is that what you want to do?
Yes.
If you plead guilty here, that's, I'll take it under section 771.1 for 3 months. The possible penalties are up to 500 fines, 90 days jail, costs are all those. All set terms and conditions. If you're compliant, the case will be dismissed at the end of 3 months. Also, as part of this agreement, I'm going to dismiss those 3 cases we just talked about. And then you're going to have to deal with the show causes on 23B 76671 and 23B 82267. It looks like you owe 207 and 213 respectively for a total of 420 on those. Do you understand everything I just said?
Yes, I do.
You are presumed innocent. They have to prove you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. You have the right to remain silent. You have the right to a trial by court or jury. You have the right to question their witnesses, bring in your own, use the subpoena powers of court to bring in those witnesses. If you plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights, and we're not going to have a trial. Do you understand that?
Yes.
All right, hand me an order, please, probation order. All right. Do you have any questions before I ask you how you plead, sir?
Not really. Just, how can I comply with something when I've not been notified of it?
Well, you can comply now. Now you know, right?
Well, yeah, but
Mr. Donnelly, sir?
Mr. Farrell.
Hang on a second. Do you live on Donnelly?
No, I own the property on Donnelly. I live in Adrian.
Well, look, I don't know what to tell you. I mean,
Well, how can you comply with something when you're not knowledgeable of it?
Mr. Farrell,
Yes, sir.
let me let you in on a secret. I'm just the impartial arbiter here. I'm not about to engage in an argument with you.
Okay, I don't want to argue.
Well, you kind of do. You want to argue. How can I comply with something if I don't know? I don't know what to tell you. They sent it to that address. Did you tell the township where you lived?
I changed my address with the post office.
Well, how long ago?
2015.
You think that's still in effect?
I don't know how long. I don't work for the post office. I don't know how long it works.
Well, if they sent it to your address and the postal forwarding is still going on, you should have received it, right?
Well, I have not received anything.
Well, then maybe you need to go back and you need to make another forwarding change with the post office. I don't know. I don't work for the postal service, okay? I don't know what to tell you.
I agree. I don't work for them either, but
So you want to keep arguing, so I'm going to pass this case and do it another day, or are we going to
Your
be
Honor,
able to
if I
take care
may
of
just
this?
have 5 seconds to speak with my client. Mr. Farrell, I had a conversation with
You seem
prior to coming on the
cantankerous
record.
here, and I'm not going to put up with that nonsense. If you want to come in here in person next time, we'll have this conversation face to face. I'm not going to argue with you.
I just want to get this over with so I can move on.
Well, then don't start chirping at me, or I'm going to adjourn this, and you're going to get to drive in here from Adrian or Timbuktu, wherever you are. You got it?
Yes.
Are you
Yes,
ready?
I'll take the guilty plea.
Are you ready to proceed, Mr. Farrell?
Yes?
Do you understand everything I've said so far?
Yes.
You understand if you plead guilty, we're
Here's
not
the twist. Mr. Burrows insists his ankle monitor only spiked because of makeup, not drinking. But the device logged him at 0.08%, the same as downing 6 to 8 drinks. SCRAM Tech doesn't just pick up surface products. It reads alcohol through sweat, making this defense almost impossible to believe. The judge clearly isn't buying it, and the credibility gap is huge. So, what do you think? A bizarre but honest mistake, or just an excuse to dodge the
plead
consequences?
guilty, we're not going to have a trial. You're waiving the presumption of innocence. You're waiving the requirement that they prove you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt.
Yes.
By the way, how did you find out about this case now?
I got a phone call from the township agent. He identified himself as a Brownstown Township police officer.
When did you receive that call?
Oh, that was back in January. He asked me, had I received his letters? I told him I have not received any letters. I didn't know anything, and he wouldn't identify what the letters were about, so I had no way of knowing.
Just so you know, if he called you back in January, you didn't show up on this case until you must have hired Mr. Bogard.
Well,
And
there was a Michigan State police officer delivered.
Mr. Farrell, please stop talking right now. Just let the judge talk. Stop interrupting.
There was a Michigan State police officer delivered a summons to the Brownstown home.
Mr. Farrell, stop talking.
Okay.
All right. You understand all your rights?
Yes.
Understand if you plead guilty, you're giving up all those rights?
Yes.
To the charge violation of the anti-blight ordinance, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Do you own the property at 22341 Donley in Brownstown Township?
Yes, I do.
Did you own the property there on March 19 of 24?
Yes.
Does anybody else occupy that residence?
My daughter.
And do you agree that as of that date that you violated the anti-blight ordinance as the owner of the property by allowing, or at least there was in the rear yard, piles of trash?
Not trash, sir. It was automotive motors and transmissions.
All right. And do you agree that that was in violation of the ordinance that you're charged with?
I suppose so.
Mr. Farrell, it's yes or no. I'm not going to do this again.
Yes.
Stop arguing.
Did you say yes, sir?
Yes.
Anybody force you to plead guilty?
No.
You're not on probation or parole?
No.
I'm going to accept your plea to that charge. I'm going to dismiss 11B 65206, 23B 814381, 11B 65205. Do you have a good relationship with your daughter? I mean, if she got the letter that was addressed to you, wouldn't she have called you and said, "Hey, Dad, you got a letter here"?
Yes, she would have.
So they just must have mailed it to Arkansas somewhere.
I don't know where.
Okay. All right. Well, okay. And part of this agreement is it's going to be taken under 771.1 so that if you comply with this, the case will be dismissed. You understand that, right?
Yes.
And you understand also the terms are that you have to comply with the township ordinances and permit township officials on the property for a compliance inspection?
Yes.
You agree to that?
Yes.
And you're going to advise your daughter of that, right?
Yes, I will. Are they going to contact me prior to showing up? So, you know, because she's got a big dog there and I don't want anybody getting hurt.
Let me call in Caitlin, please. Let's make sure of that. Good morning. Your name?
Caitlin Coulthard, Brownstone Township.
I'm ready to go ahead and sentence. He says he's got a big dog. He's requesting that before the officials enter the property that they call him. I'm going to have him give you his phone number now, and then you can coordinate whenever they're going to go out there, okay?
Sure can.
Can you give that to her, sir?
Yes, 734-991-5130.
Thank you.
All right, so that's the way we'll do it. I'm ready for sentencing if you are.
Your Honor, I have no issues with sentencing. If I may execute on behalf of Mr.
Sure.
Farrell briefly. Thank you, Your Honor. And Your Honor, my conversations with the prosecution here, obviously all interested parties are interested in having this property cleaned up. It's my understanding that the recommendation here was to have this taken under 77.1 for a period of 3 months to give Mr. Farrell the opportunity to continue to make improvements on that property. It's my understanding that Mr. Farrell, at the conclusion of this, would like to sell that property and be able to move on from this point. I did explain that to the prosecution. So he is going to be compliant with this probation status, also will be compliant with the city ordinances in order for him to be able to sell this property. The biggest thing here.
How long is it going to take?
To clean the property?
Yes.
It's my understanding a dumpster was delivered to that address here today, or is being delivered to that address here today in order for them to continue to finish.
So if I order him to do it by August 31, is that reasonable?
I would believe it would be reasonable, Your Honor. And the only reason why I say I believe is because he relies on his son to do it over the weekend. His son does work full time. Mr. Farrell is completely disabled. He did serve in the military. He is disabled partially from that. He is legally blind. He doesn't have the ability to do it himself. So everything has to either come from the help of family. It doesn't always happen. Or he has to hire it out. Mr. Farrell is on a limited fixed income, so that is part of the issue with paying fines and costs. He doesn't have the ability to generate more income than what he gets on a monthly basis. And what he gets on a monthly basis is very limited. So, Your Honor, I'm just asking the court to take that into consideration. I know this matter's been open for a while. I know that sometimes things are harder than it needs to be, but we are asking the court to take that into consideration so that way the property can be cleaned up, it can be sold, Mr. Farrell can make some money from it, and pay his fines and costs as well. He understands that things have to be paid, just doesn't have the ability to pay everything immediately or a large sum of money, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, Mr. Farrell, anything you would like to say?
No.
All right, I'm going to jump over to the civil infractions. This is 23B 76671. Yeah, I'm not even going to address it. I think he agrees he owes the money, right?
Correct, Your Honor.
You're going to pay $75 per month beginning August 10th until that one's paid in full. And then you're going to pay on 23B 82267 $75 per month after fines and costs paid on 23B 76671. So you're going to pay on 7/1 first, 6/7/1 first. You're going to pay on 6/7 next. And then I'm just going to fine you $100, costs $100, 75 victims' rights fee, $50 justice assessment, 60 in probation fees, $385. I'm going to place you on probation for 3 months on this misdemeanor under 771. The property's to be cleaned up and in compliance with township ordinances by August 31 of this year. You're to comply with all township ordinances and permit township officials to enter the property for compliance inspection. So that's pretty simple. Again, you cannot leave the state without consent. You can't violate a law. You must appear in court as directed. We're going to give you a review hearing date. You have to report to probation as directed. I'm going to give you a review hearing date. You show up in 3 months. I will give you all the way until the day before the review hearing date. I'm questioning how he's going to pay all that, but he's going to have to figure out something, okay? What's a review hearing date on this in 3 months? Make it as long as you can. Like, do you have October 28th or something like that, Amy?
You've got October 22nd with Brownstown, or you could cross over on the 29th with Judge Husson.
October 29th of 25 at 8:30 will be your review hearing date. Okay, sir? I'm going to give you until October 27th to pay all of your fines on that case. So you owe $385. Maybe you can walk them through this. You pay that by October 27th. He has to pay that on the misdemeanor. And then I set up the payment plans of $75 per month on the other. You have 21 days to appeal, 14 days to apply for a court-appointed lawyer for appeal purposes. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, I just don't know. I'm not going to be able to pay that much money. I don't have that.
Well, I'm going to have to extend probation then. I don't know what else to tell you. If you don't have the money on any one of these due dates, you call the court, we'll go on Zoom, I'll give you an extension, but I can't discharge you from probation and dismiss the case if you haven't paid your fines. If we need to make it longer, I'll do that.
It's just causing a severe financial hardship, sir.
I don't know what to tell you.
Well, is there some way that I can show that I cannot afford to pay this?
I'll extend the probation, sir. I mean, I went as light as I can go here. I mean, really, the $75 victims' rights and $50 justice assessment, that's mandatory by law. I went as light as I can. I can't go any better than this.
So what is the total on the fines?
You owe $385 on the misdemeanor, and you owe $207 and $213 on the civil infractions, respectively.
All right, there's no way that I can meet that in that time frame.
Okay, you want me to extend your probation for a year? I can do that.
I'm struggling right now.
I'll tell you what, I'll make this probation 1 year. We'll make it 1 year, and I'll only charge him probation fees for 3 months. I'll do that. I know.
Your Honor, if he has the ability to pay it off or comes up with the money.
Yes, I'll discharge him.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Give me a new date before July of 25, Amy. 6 rather. 26. So I want to be clear about that. I will be glad to discharge you if you can come up with the money before then. I can't do better than this.
All right,
June 24th.
I'm sorry?
June 24th?
June 24th of 26 at 8:30 in the morning. If you said you're going to sell your house, if you're going to sell your house, you should have plenty of money to pay these.
That don't happen overnight though, sir.
I just gave you 10 months. I don't know what to tell you. You just want to argue with me.
No, I will.
Can I let you in on a secret? When they quadruple my salary, maybe, just maybe, I'll argue with people. I do not deserve to be argued with. I've maintained my patience with you. I'm not going to argue with you anymore. Do whatever you got to do, okay? If you need more time on these, you call the court. I'll be happy to go on Zoom with you and give you an extension. Best of luck. Thank you. People against Timothy Sean Walsh, 25B1486554A and B.
The total again? Total price?
Jesus. I don't know what to tell you. I told you 213 and 207 is 420 plus, what did I say? 360? 420 plus 385. You owe $805.